Alright, welcome back to FrostByte. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Chandler, and we're back with more Super Meat Boy.
Yes, Chandler is at controls, so we can have the pleasure of hearing him rage yet again.
Oh my gosh. And if you can probably notice, I see him in a much cheerier mood. It's because this is a different recording session. We recorded one episode of Super Meat Boy, ended with the squirrel genocide. I walked away for a week, and now we're back.
Yes.
And I'm going to start by fulfilling a promise. And that being... And so, by the way, we are in Chapter 2 now, because we defeated the forest.
Yep, we went through the forest.
This looks sketchy. Oh my gosh.
Aww. Oh, he's flying away. Oh. So there's the bad guy.
Alright, so we gotta chase after him. The hospital.
I don't like the name of this.
I don't either.
So yeah, I have only been to level 2 here.
Right.
Chandler, so this is all...
This is new grounds. Oh yeah, Commander Video!
Floaty.
Slow. Okay, what's the stats on Super Meat Boy? Very fast. Made of meat.
He is pretty quick.
He is meat. He is meat.
He is meat. He is meat.
He is, you're right.
The curtains are made of meat. That's
disgusting.
That is kind of... That's kind of what I picture hell would be like.
Just... Oh!
Oh, Chandler. One for the death counter.
Yeah, great. The death counter, I forgot about that.
The cutesy little noise.
The death counter. I love the death counter. Aunt Edna. I promised I would continue my story about Aunt Edna.
Oh, you did. Yes.
Aunt Edna. For those of you that weren't there for me talking about the beginning of that story, I went to 17 grad... I was floating. I went to 17 grad parties in 24 hours, and it sucked a lot. And so, what I was talking about is I had to be nice at every... I gotta get more of a run at it. I had to be nice. I had to be nice at every single one of them. And every person has a crazy Aunt Edna that will not leave them alone, or will not leave their guests alone. 17 times I had to deal with little old ladies coming up to me. Oh, you're such and such's friend. I've heard so much about you. And them awkwardly touching me on the shoulder, like touching my pecs, and it's weird.
Your pecs?
My man boobs.
Why would they touch your pecs?
Because they're weird. Because they're Aunt Edna's.
I guess.
Which we've talked about this. I think you and I have talked about this before. My man boob size.
I don't.
I'm almost certain we've had.
I might have repressed it because this sounds like a terrible conversation.
It's like a negative A cup. I think we talked about.
Oh God.
Oh, hey.
This is probably my new favorite level to watch. You died like 5 times.
I ate it. This is the first level.
Why did I say 5? You've died way more than 5 times.
I can't get over that. I might need to get Super Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy is fast.
He's faster.
And made of meat.
Oh, we've been over this. So, in the spirit of this game, I gotta quit jumping so high. Frosty.
Yes.
You and I know you'll remember this. You and I have talked about our relationships with women before to one another quite often.
Yeah, yeah.
And in honor of that, we're chasing after women in this game in hopes of getting them back. Frosty, what is... Oh, yes, thank you, God. What is your most awkward experience that you've had with a girl? It's like an awkward first date or something like that. As much as you're willing to share. I know there are some out there that are just,
Let's see here.
Because I will share, I promise.
Yes.
I hate this!
You have so many more depressing stories.
No, your first girlfriend... Well, I don't know if she was your first girlfriend. The girl... The girl who calls me Dreamy.
Which one?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's crap. No. Shorter.
Oh, there's quite a few.
Doi.
There's quite a few.
Do you have any stories with Doi? Doi is our code name.
Yeah. We dated for 2 months. And hindsight's 2020. Always. And I don't really know what I was thinking in that little just now found.
Thank God! I got a A+.
You just found the ledge. Look at all of them. But
Oh my gosh, that's a lot for the death counter already.
That's actually what happens when you try and make a child. Those are your semens.
If you ever feel unworthy of anything, remember you were the sperm to make it first, or the one that was successful. No, that's just waves of meat, not meat, like
razor blades.
Yes,
syringes. Those are syringes.
I didn't touch it.
Those are.
I want an instant replay on that. These are syringes.
Those are used needles.
Heroin.
Heroin.
You need to stop. You need. We need.
Okay, the story. Dated for 2 months, and I guess I kind of woke up, I guess. I was like, what am I doing?
Wake up when September ends.
Yeah.
That's a Green Day reference.
And, I don't know. I mean, we didn't really have a lot in common.
I saw some Instagram posts. You were like, yo. Did I just die right there?
I don't know, did you?
You're going to have to replay on that one.
Go, I don't know. Oh, snap. Just hop down. There you go.
I did it! Yay! Alright, I want to go back to see... Yeah, there's one where I just die right there.
That's funny.
I die right away. That's stupid.
Yes, Chandler, how about you?
I didn't see the spikes in the ceiling. What? There's spikes up there too! What about me?
Yeah.
You didn't tell an awkward story though, you just talked about her.
Okay, I don't...
You need to stop. I will go, I promise, but is this for me? Alright, whatever. Go. There had to have been something.
Okay.
You guys obviously don't know this girl, but there had to be something. Alright, go on.
I got a story from another girl.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay. So, starts off sketchy. We met online, so already she's probably an axe murderer. But,
who uses axes anymore for murder?
A lot of people. I don't know that, though. But,
allegedly.
So, I go over to her house.
Oh, good.
And it's different, you know, over there, but it's okay, I guess. And I don't know how this worked out, but I got the go ahead to spend the night there. First night, it's like okay.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Wait, no, I think so. I think that's how it happened. It's been a while. And stop laughing. But like nothing happened.
Well, okay, that's fine. I get that. I wouldn't doubt that.
No,
from
but
you,
like nothing. Like no hand holding, no.
You just stayed the night.
Yeah, and like she's like, my friends are coming over. I'm like, okay. She had like a guy and a girl come over. The girl was super chill. Like I think I like that girl better than the girl I originally went.
Can I go home with you?
Yeah. She was. I think they were high though, so that was a little not good. But
oh my gosh!
It was. I was just kind of like, yeah, this was fun.
And then just lost her number.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't talk to me either, so I think it was kind of mutual.
Okay, so I was thinking I had a different girl in mind on this. So it wasn't her. All right, cool. Because I know you have dated, which I warned you against, by the way. Alright, so here's my story about Frosty.
Oh boy.
So, and then I'll tell a story of my own, I promise. I'm not diverting, because I am shameful of this, of my story, but I will tell it to people.
You are like a...
Dying constantly? I know.
No, you're like a goldmine of stories of women and tales of triumph and failure. Triumph?
What triumph have you seen? I'm single right now.
Oh.
Hey, I'm single right now, by the way.
Hit him up, ladies.
We have Instagram. I'm in charge of it.
Yeah.
Hit me up, yo.
DM him.
Please don't, because then that's awkward. Because you could be in, like, Idaho, and I don't want to date Idaho girls.
You don't like hoes?
I don't like Idaho hoes. Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Alright, we're gonna watch this for just a second. Look at all these bad boys. Yeah, that's like another 30 to the death counter. Look at them all!
That is quite a bit.
There's just one left. Oh, there he is. Alright. So Frosty and I are both... Come on. Really? Frosty and I are both 18. And so, with that being said, you have to watch on some of the girls that you date. You know, obviously, you can date younger girls. That's a thing. That's fine. Some people do. And if you do, I don't blame you. Honestly, I don't. I find myself looking at younger women more often than anything. But that's kind of distracting from the point.
Well, they look older than they are.
True.
With the amount of makeup that they wear.
That is true.
The
That is
clothes
true.
that they wear.
And sometimes I don't feel bad about that, about screwing some of that up. About screwing up what their age is, not...
Uh-huh.
Okay. I wear a purity ring for a reason, Frosty.
Is it like a mood ring?
No, it's not. It doesn't depend upon the mood. It's my commitment to God saying that I'm not going to have sex until marriage. Because I've had a lot of people ask about that. Alright.
It doesn't change color.
It doesn't change color. It's a silver ring. It's a ring to rule them all. Okay, that's how that mechanic works. No. So Frosty was, I think, I would say you were dating her. For easement's sake, you were dating this chick. And she worked with us. And I could kind of tell right away that she had a heavy dose of the crazy. Every girl
glad
had...
you could, and I'm glad you told me.
Okay, I was like being supportive for you because you were depressed. I was trying to make you feel better.
I was depressed? When did you get this knowledge?
Frosty, we snap almost daily.
Yeah?
I can kind of tell sometimes on some of this. You wanted a woman in your life, and you're like, alright, that's
who
fine.
doesn't, though?
Fair enough. Unless, never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. I can't get up this fan.
Chandler, what are you doing? I'm trying to get the fan. You bounce into that one, and then bounce into that
I
fan.
know, but I can't get the fan to like lift me up all the time. It doesn't always work.
But you gotta be really close to it.
See, like it boosts me up for a little while, and then it stops.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense to me. I've been trying at this for a minute. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm distracting from the story. Frosty decided that he was going to date this girl who was 16, but she didn't have a car to drive, and it was one of those deals like she didn't... I'm sorry, I'm throwing you under the bus slightly for this.
It's okay.
But it's going to be funny, I promise, in a minute.
I'll repay the favor one day.
Oh, I know you will. She didn't have a car to drive, and it was one of those deals, like, her parents didn't know about them talking, and he talked to me about it. He's like, hey, I'm going to... Now you know what I'm talking about.
I kind of knew, but...
I told him, like, buddy, this is not a good idea. Her parents don't know that you're going out. She's 16, you're 18. There'll be a lot of legal trouble. I can't get up there. I cannot.
No, just give it to me. Giggity.
Giggity. Fly! Fly! Take it.
Okay,
Frosty has the controller right now.
Oh, okay. This is hover.
Frosty has the control right now because I have to tell this story because I've been stuttering. Ha!
Hey, shut up.
I've been stuttering along with the story. So this girl's 16. She doesn't have a car. Frosty says, "Hey, I'm gonna go out with her anyway." I'm like, "Dude, all right, whatever." I highly discourage you from doing this, but whatever. You know, that's what friends are for. See.
Hey, I got further.
So I'm like, again, I don't think this is a good idea at all. Like, whatever, it's fine. Like, all right, Frosty, whatever. So that night, all of a sudden, all over on Facebook. Okay, yeah, maybe you can switch on the fly like that.
I guess.
Oh, that works a lot better. Ah! At night on Facebook, I see Frosty and this girl have changed their profile pictures to them like making out on a couch, and I'm like, that's cool. That's neat. I'm over here still single, but whatever. I'm glad that worked.
Oh.
So Frosty and this chick are dating, and there's a Subway actually. Oh, you were really close. There's a Subway down by where we work at, and I went down there one day for wow, that was kind of cool. I was down there on my lunch break. Oh, sweet, nice work. Let's watch some of these.
Oh, let's just.
Oh, they all put it in form of. Oh, they just keep it as Super Meat Boy. That's whatever. And I go down there, and there's a guy working. And he looks kind of familiar, but I mean, I really don't know him per se. Oh my gosh! Fly! And he's like, hey.
Oh my.
He's like, hey, don't I know you from somewhere? I'm like, I don't know. I've kind of got one of those faces that people say, like, hey, aren't you Ashton Kutcher? And I'm like, no, but I'm single.
Who has said that to you?
No one has, okay? And he's like, I think you work with my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, because there's a lot of girls. What? There's a man right there. We work with a lot of girls. And so I'm like, oh, who's your girlfriend? It's such and such. Oh! And he goes and he turns around and starts making my sandwich like the little good Subway worker that he is. And I start freaking out because that's the exact same name of the girl that Frosty's dating right now. I'm like, oh no! Do I say anything? No.
But you did.
But I did. And I'm like, dude.
Oh, you mean to him?
No, not to him. I didn't say anything to him. I don't. Oh, I can do that. I didn't want to die. You kidding me? That's a great way for me to get in a fist fight on something that I didn't do and I warned you about. But no, this chick apparently, sweet. This chick apparently was talking like 4 guys at once and like quote unquote dating 4 guys at like once.
Yeah.
And so she had like multiple Facebook accounts and stuff. It was weird.
Yeah, she's a player. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you know, like you hear people saying, "Oh yeah, hate the game, not the player," or whatever. No, that's not okay. That was.
What are you?
I'm trying to figure out this level.
You just gotta run against the fans.
Run against the wind. Run against the wind. So yeah, it was just really, and immediately it was done, and I'm glad. I'm really glad. Because I was honestly thinking I was going to lose a friend on this deal because she seemed crazy, and I'm like, you know, he's going to get love struck with her, and I'm going to get left in the dust, and it's going to suck a lot. But it didn't, and it's fine. It's good.
She had a, not healthy amount of crazy.
No, it wasn't. Everyone has a certain level of crazy. I don't disagree, but it was unhealthy.
It's a good.
Unhealthy.
Oh.
Good. Okay, so I think we have to be getting near towards the end of the episode here. But I want to tell my story like I promised.
Okay, yeah, you did. Ooh, slimes.
Oh, no. Death equals death. Okay, cool. Good to know. So, I haven't had a ton of experience dating girl. I've got actually a bevy I could choose from, but I'm going to tell you the one that I told you the other night that almost made you cry.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
I haven't had a ton. Okay. How do I set this up? I suck at first dates. I absolutely suck at first dates. I haven't had a first date that's gone well at all. And it all started with this particular first date. My first date, more or less.
The first date is a special day.
Kind of. Especially for me.
For most.
For most. Not all.
Not all.
So, this girl decided, I was able to convince this girl, like, hey, you want to hang out? Yeah, sure. So we ended up hanging out for 6 hours. Which was, I'd never been on a first date before. It was like, wow. But no, so we decided we were going to hang out, and we were chatting in the car, and I was driving. And I was talking about how stupid guys can be sometimes, which I know, hypocritical, right? How stupid guys can be sometimes with how they hit on girls. And how, like, they'll do, obviously this would be easier if we had face cam when we're not trying to get on. Because I know that's where you'd go next. But how they would go and put their arms around girls. Like, you know, the signature yawn, and then it just so happens that the arm is behind the girl.
Yep.
And I was talking about this, and obviously none of you have ever seen me talk before. You'll only have heard me, which that's a blessing. I talk with my hands a lot, and whatever I'm doing, I'll kind of like imitate. And so I did it. I did the whole bit. Not trying to hit on her, because we were already on a date, but like just like showing like, oh, how stupid this is. Well, remember a minute ago how I talked about I have a purity ring? Then I had the purity ring too. She was wearing a ponytail. My purity ring, I don't know how, got stuck in her ponytail as we were driving. And I was sitting there gently tugging on her ponytail, trying to get this ring loose. I had to pull over and stop the vehicle in order for me to get the ponytail free from the ring. So the entire time, her just glaring at me. And the one thing she said to me, smooth.
Smooth.
Because I am a smooth operator. And we'll continue on next time.
Yes.
You've been awesome, guys. See you then. Did I just die from sitting there?